to remove someone on a bridge, such as the image you sent me, it's probably better to use Photoshop rather than Lightroom. So I haven't even got Lightroom open. This is currently the folder which contains the images that you sent me. And I'm going to click on the image that has the children on the bridge. Not the close-in one, the one from afar. So if I right-click and go to Open With, and then select Adobe Photoshop 2024. Now I've already got Photoshop open in the background. That was just to save time. Right, here's the image. It's opened up in Adobe Camera Raw for me, which I don't want. So if it's happened with you as well, go down to the bottom right-hand corner and click Open. And it's now within the main Photoshop workspace. If yours is already opened up in this, that's fine. Now what you need to have is this dialog box that kind of floats around the image. If you haven't got that, go up to the top left hand corner and find Window and click on it. And quite near the bottom, almost at the very end, there's something called Contextual Taskbar. Now if I uncheck it, it'll disappear. If I go back to Window and check it, it will appear. That's because we need to type in what we want Photoshop to fill the region with. Now I'm going to scroll in with my mouse wheel and zoom right in on the problem area, which is here. Now because this is a very small copy of a JPEG, you can see that it's obviously very pixelated at the minute. That doesn't matter. And you can do this on a JPEG, or you can do it on the RAW. I would suggest just use it on the JPEG. Okay, now if you go to the top left-hand corner, down the left-hand margin, you'll find all the tools. For me, this is about the third one down. If you right-click while you're hovering over it, it will give you all the possibilities you can have for that particular tool. We're looking for the lasso tools. So I'm going to select lasso tool. And this enables me to freehand draw around an area that I want to remove. So I'm going to go back to the people on the bridge. Now, it looks to me as though one of the person's head has appeared slightly above the handrail. So I'm going to show you how to split your selection into two separated areas. Right, first of all, using the left-hand mouse key, hold it down and start dragging a selection area around the border which captures the area that you want to be removed. Once you make a circuit, let go. And if you're happy with that, then you can go on to the next part. Now, to do another separated region, you need to hold down Shift first, and then keep it held down, and then again hold down your left-hand mouse key at the same time, and make a second selection, in this case of the head, just above the handrail. Let go. You let go of Shift, and you should have two clear-cut areas which we're going to fill with, hopefully, a selection made by the AI part of Photoshop, and it should guess and make it similar to the rest of the bridge. Now if you go down to the dialog box, it should now have changed to generative fill. So if you click on that, it will then invite you to type in what you'd like to fill it with. We don't want it to fill it with anything particular. We want to sort of merge it with the rest of the scene. So if you move slightly to the right and click on Generate, it will now create 3 variations of what it thinks should go there by looking at the rest of the image. If you go over to the right hand panel, you'll see the 3 variations, and you can click between them and preview them. So I think that 1 or 2, I quite like number 1. If you don't like any of them, you can generate 3 more. So just above these thumbnails on the right hand panel, if you click on the word generate, it does 3 at a time, and you can keep going for as many as you like. And then it will retain all of the previous ones as well. So it adds to the set of variations. So I'm busy doing number 4, 5, and 6. So I quite like number 5, so I'm going to stick with number 5. Quite happy with that. Now I'm going to flatten this image now that I'm happy with it. So if you go over to the top left hand corner, at the very top, and find where it says layer, which is just up here, just click on that. Now almost down at the bottom, if you've got a flattened image, it then sort of merges those 2 images together and creates a single flat image. And now I'm going to go to the file in the top left hand corner, and I'm going to go to save as. It should put it back in the folder that the original came from. And if you look at the bottom dialog boxes, you've got file name. So I'm just going to change that into people removed. And I'm just going to check that the save as type is a JPEG, which it is. I'm going to select save. And then it will invite me on what sort of quality I want. I'll just leave it on maximum 10. OK. And that should be done. Now if I minimize Photoshop and leave it open in the background, I'm now back in the folder where my new improved copy it is. I'm just going to double click on it and open it up in the regular Microsoft Windows photo viewer. And I'm just going to use my scroll wheel to zoom in just to fill out the screen. And you can see that those people have been successfully removed, and it's imperceptible as to whether they were actually ever there. So that would be my advice for removing, as I said, those people on the bridge. Avoid Lightroom and use Photoshop instead.